This is a Rooted in Legacy stickers tutorial. Today we're going to show you how you can put content onto your leaf stickers and your oval stickers for your descendants for your tree of life. So you're going to come over to canva.com, canva.com, and sign up for a Canva account. Once you get it, I would suggest you sign up with your email. This is your home page on Canva. All the templates are here. I encourage you to look through all of the templates. It'll help you on a lot of your other social media platforms. You can even create an ebook over here. So I invite you to look around Canva a lot. It's a great tool. I've been using it for years. Today we're going to focus on the Rooted in Legacy stickers that you need to make for your tree of life. On the left-hand side, you're going to come down to your folders and look for the Rooted in Legacy sticker template folder that should have been shared with you by Leah. If it's not there, just give her a call on that. We're going to start first with the Leaf Masters. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on the Leaf Master. And in this pop-up box, I'm going to make a copy of it. What I want to do is I want to rename this copy. So I'm coming up here where it says copy of Leaf Master. I'm going to just bring this up in size. If you'll notice, I'm at the lower right-hand corner where it has the zoom feature and the page manager feature. I'm just going to zoom it up to 125 to make it a little bit easier for you to see on this video. So the first thing you want to do is you want to rename it. So coming up at the top, I'm just going to rename it My Leaf Master. And then I still have the other one in the shared folder if I need to have another one, another template. As you can see, this has already been pre-populated for the name of your descendant, their date of birth, their date of marriage, their date of passing, and any other remark or something that you'd like to include in this leaf for the tree of life. So you can come in here, just go ahead and tap the name twice with your cursor, and you can put in their name. Put your cursor and tap it to the right of the B, and that's where you'll put in their birth date. If they were married, you can put that date here. And then when they died, you can put that date there. And then any other comment you'd like to make for them. I would encourage you to fill out as many of the leaves as possible. I'm sure there are other creative uses you might want to use for the leaves. Maybe they had a funny saying. Maybe there was something specific you remembered about them, or if it's your grandparents, maybe your mom remembered something specific, but you can use the leaves for other things. So let me show you how to do that. I'm going to just scroll down and pick up the second page that has been uploaded. And these are just the blank leaves. So to put text on the blank leaves, you're just going over to the left-hand area over here, and you can see there's the text tool. We're just going to tap that, and I'm just going to use add a heading. It's large, it's easy. It put itself on the first page, so we're just going to grab it with this four-way arrow that lets us drag it to a new space. So let's just take it down to the second page. I have a wheel on my mouse that I'm using to roll the page down with. So just put the heading there. And now you can go ahead and type in what you'd like to type about. You can resize it. This is the font menu again. Over here, you can resize it. Again, this is the font size for this particular font. The color of the font. If you don't want to use one of these colors, just tap this plus sign here. You'll get the color wheel. This is all red, so you can change these colors into the rainbow colors by sliding this one. And then you can make it darker. You can see it's represented up here in this square. You can make it lighter or darker just by moving it around, and you can create a new color. So that's how you put the color in there. So you can go ahead and populate as many of these leaves as possible. You can always do a half of these leaves could be the names and dates, and the other half of these leaves could be photo or other information about your loved one or your descendant. If you want, you may want to delete page 2 before you print it. I would save one of these as a master. So rather than reprint over the master, you might want to say leaf template 01 or something like that, so that you could go ahead and delete this second page here and just print the first page, or tell your printer just to print the first page and not the second page. Once you print this page out on your printer, before you do that, you need to take these leaves off of this document so that you're only printing the text. Doing that means you just tap on the background and you'll see the blue outline of the page. That's when we just use our delete button. And now you're going to print this page out, and this one will just print these pieces of content on the page. So go ahead and print it on a plain blank piece of white paper, and then hold that printed out paper with just the names and dates up against your leaf template, and see how it looks on there, because you may have to adjust a bit depending on how your computer's set up and what type of machine you're using, etc. So sometimes there are minor adjustments. So what you want to do is bring it back down to a size that's manageable, where you can see it in the background here. And then I want to put the leaf template back on. So I'm just going to come down here and copy this template. I'm going to tap this box. I'm going to paste this template. And now I have the opportunity to reposition the text. So I am going to hold down the control key while on my keyboard while I tap each text box. I'm sorry, not the control key, it's the shift key. And I want to tap each box. I want the blue outline on each box on each leaf. If I miss one of the boxes on the leaves, it won't move with me. Now, using the arrows on my keyboard, I can tap up once, twice, then I can come back here, remove the background by tapping on the background and then deleting it, and now printing out just page 1. So if I want to publish it, I come over here, and publishing is the same as printing, so we'll use those terms. They mean the same thing. You have to download this document, and then you'll publish it, or you'll print it from your printer. So in the download, what you want to do is, I would choose the JPEG. You can try a PDF. You can try a high quality PDF if you want, or you can even try PNG. Normally I do a JPEG, but play around with them and see what you like. So we'll go JPEG. You can also choose the pages you want to print. So if you don't want to print page 2, just check mark page 1 and print only page 1. So now you can download this document to your laptop, print this page out, on a blank piece of white paper and hold that over the leaf page and see how your text is lining up for each of those leaves. And so that's how you manage to get them on a page and fine tune them on the page before you print them. And it's the same thing with your second leaf here. Whatever items you put on the leaf, whether it's in text, whether it's a comical picture, maybe it's a belonging they had or something like that. You can go ahead and put it on these leaves, but you want to make sure to tap the leaf background and take it off before you print this up, because you don't want to be printing the leaves or the ovals in the background. So let's go on over to the ovals now. I'm going to go back to my home page here and back to the Rooted in Legacy sticker folder. I'm going to pull up my ovals. I'm going to make a copy of my ovals. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to rename it Master Picture Master. You can rename it whatever you want. So what you're going to want to do is move over here to the left-hand side to your graphics tab, and you're actually looking for frames. So you'll see them, you'll have to scroll maybe a little bit to get to the frames, but you're looking for the frames. What you want to do is to tap the See All, and now you get the full set of frames. We're looking for the oval shaped one. So just scroll. Here's the oval shaped frame here on the left. All I have to do is tap it, and it's going to move itself over to the sheet of paper that I have the oval frames on. I need to resize it. So now that I have the blue box around the oval, I'm going to grab one of the circles at the edge. I always like to use the lower right hand one. It makes it easier. Holding down the mouse key, we're just going to resize it by pushing it up. We're going to let go. Now we're going to move it. You get these four cornered on your cursor. You can move it. It still is a little bit large because we're overlapping with the actual outline of the oval. So tap again the circle so that you get the bounding box, and we're just going to move it in just a little bit. Now I'm going to fine tune the positioning of the oval by tapping on it, and I'm using the keys again on my keyboard. Once I get the oval into the position I like, I'm going back on the left-hand side to my uploads, and I'm going to take the picture, and I'm simply going to grab the picture and drag it into the oval. And that's how you get your photograph to become an oval, so that you can, again, when you're ready to print this, we're going to take the oval template off the sheet. So we're just going to highlight that and delete it. Now, just as you would do with your leaves, is you're going to print these photos out on a blank piece of paper and then hold that paper up to one of your peel and stick oval sheets and see how the positioning looks. You may need to come back here to Canva and fine tune that. And all you would do is add the ovals back in. You'll have to add the oval sheet back in here. There it is. And just adjust them a bit. You would just highlight the photo using the arrows on your key. Just tap them up, down, right, or left to reposition the photo so that when you print it on that blank piece of paper the next time and hold it up, it'll be perfectly positioned. So that's how you get the photos into the ovals.